everybody, Scleroderma Smarter here. So I'm going to do a quick video on how I healed my tongue ulcer, autoimmune ulcer, canker sore, however you want to call it. We all know we get the dry mouth, the sjorgens and salt burns. And I had gotten they called it an autoimmune ulcer, but a canker sore also. At the back of my tongue, kind of underneath where the back teeth are, and I posted on the social media, and people said, "Oh, I've had one for years, I've had one for months," and the pain was so bad, it actually caused my tongue to swell, where I went to the emergency room because the swelling of the tongue was actually pushing on the back of my throat. I'm trying to look in the camera, it's over there. I have my camera set up on my little selfie stick, so this is the first time I'm doing it this way. And I don't edit my videos, so you're just gonna get raw me. So I just wanted to talk about and show you how I healed it. Now, I noticed that the number one thing when I had the tongue ulcer was like, here's my tongue, and the ulcer was like down here, and here is my tooth. And with everything I did, it would constantly rub up against the back teeth, my molars. And that's what a majority of the pain was from. So I want to show you guys a couple of things that I did. Now, always what doctors told me, what emergency room said, is hydrogen peroxide rinse. I just got a small little cup, little container. I put just maybe about 2 tablespoons of hydrogen peroxide, filled it up with water, and I would swish it, and I would really swish it, get it back there. It tastes gross, but don't swallow it. And I would just rinse out my mouth. My mouth would get very foamy, like when you have a cut and you put peroxide on it. It kills the germs and bacteria. I did that. I also did the same thing with salt. Put a little bit of salt in water, rinse it around. I did that every morning and every night. Another thing I did was I had gone to Big Lots, and they had a little kit. This is like $1.50 at Big Lots, and it has the to take out stuff in between your teeth. I have that. And then the whole reason I got it was because I wanted the little mirror so that I could see what the ulcer looked like. And it also has this little spatula looking thing on the end. And what I did was I would actually put it on my tongue and then push it. And then when I would be doing that, I would apply canker. Got this at Walmart. It's a couple bucks. And it burns. It burns. I put it directly on the ulcer. When I have salt and I burn the top of my mouth and it gets raw, I always have one of these. After a while, it gets like sugary and stuff. Tastes gross, feels gross, it will burn. But I think it kind of leaves like a little film, a little barrier on it to help heal. So I've got that. The little kit came with the tongue scraper, which I used, and I would actually do the peroxide in water. And as I got that gross foam feeling on my tongue, I would go in and I would just scrape it. And I would actually try to get under the tongue and scrape at the ulcer, at the sore, at the canker sore. And once that was all cleaned off, I'd kind of stay like this and let it dry a bit. And then I would apply the canker. I would hold the tongue across and apply the canker. And then, of course, it came with a brand new toothbrush. I used my old toothbrush while I had the ulcer. And then once it cleared up, I started using a new toothbrush. And this is actually an adult toothbrush. So my mouth can actually open up enough now where I don't have to use a child size anymore. I can now use an adult size toothbrush, which I like. Another thing that I had gotten when I went to the emergency room, it's this. It's the emergency room and the doctors and the pharmacy, everybody calls this magic. That is what it's called, magic. And it's got, those are the ingredients on there. It's got Malox, and that's so that you can swallow it if you have to. They said it's also good if you have like a sore throat and stuff. Lidocaine and Dramamine, Benadryl in it. I got this bottle at the emergency room, and they gave me the prescription for it. And I found one pharmacy here. They're called a compound pharmacy because I guess pharmacies aren't doing the mixture stuff anymore. So this Malox, lidocaine, and Benadryl. The lidocaine was for numbing for the pain, and it helped so much. The Malox, they put the Malox in there to help if you swallow a little. And then the Benadryl was for, Benadryl's for allergy, antihistamine. Swish it around, I got it right underneath there. I even actually put some of this on a Q-tip and rubbed it. So if you get the ulcers and you can't deal with the pain, see if you can get some lidocaine rinse or the magic. And then also the Oragel for mouth sores. Now I know this has a lot of peroxide in it because when I rinsed with this, it tasted like this. But it has more of like a peppermint taste to it. This is fresh mint. It's for canker sores, cheek bites, gum irritation, irritation from dentures, and braces. So they had this, and it specifically says there for mouth sores, and then I rinsed with this twice a day. So the main thing what I did was I really rinsed, and kept it clean. Okay. Here is what I feel was the number one thing to help heal it. Now, like I said, you've got your tongue, you've got your ulcer right here, and you've got your teeth. Everything was just irritating it. So I got cotton, I got things I was trying to put to cover my teeth. And then I remembered I had these, okay? I got these at the Dollar Tree. There's actually little foam hair rollers. You see that? Hair rollers. There's 6 of them in here. And what I did was, and here's one out. I never used them. So I even still have a pack. I think I pulled 1 or 2 out and tried to roll my hair in it, thinking it could curl, and it was still too short. So here's what it looks like, and it's just like those poo noodles. And it has this wire on the inside and this little thing right here. So what I did was I took that out, and then I took out the wire, and it's just a foam. It's just a foam tube. And then what I did was, and I think this was the 100% healing of it, was I took a piece, maybe about, about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, okay? Cut a piece off, and you see there's a hole in there. I just cut it across, and look at, see how it opens? And what I did was, let's pretend this is my teeth. Here is the tongue. And all I did was, I slid it over my teeth. Here, I'll do it. So it's pretty clean, okay? And all I did was, I slid it all the way back. Yeah. And the ulcer was about right there. And with this, it just stays there. And as this one, it kind of makes you drool a little. But it actually kept my tongue from scraping on my teeth and getting more irritated. What I also did, that one's kind of wet now, which helped out a lot, was I got another one. So here is the little foamy thing, right? I got my canker. And what I actually did was I put the canker right on there. You see that? And then, I'm not gonna do it because it feels pretty gross. I slid it back, and I would press my tongue against the canker and rub it everywhere I needed it. If you have an ulcer or on the outside of your gum, do the same thing. Put it in there when this one gets old and gross and yucky, I could get at least 3 or 4 out of these. 99 cents for 6. I was actually going to give these away, but now, if I ever get another ulcer, I'm going to use these. This is the first mouth ulcer that I have had in my almost 5 years of having systemic scleroderma. I've had one ulcer on my finger a year before diagnosis. On social media, I heard people saying I've had a mouth ulcer for 6 months. I had it for 3 years. Mine keeps coming back every 4 years. Just 4 years I've been dealing with this. And the amount of pain that this was causing me, I don't go to the ER just because they always say see your doctor. But I went to the ER. It was that bad. My tongue swelled. It hurt. And they said there's no secret medication that could heal it. It just has to heal on its own. So this worked for me. I don't know if it's going to work for everybody. I was also told that you can get that braces wax from your dentist and you could probably put it on your teeth. If you find that your teeth are irritating a part of your tongue that has a canker sore and ulcer the size of your mouth, try it. Try something to cover it up. Keep it clean. Rinse. Peroxide salt. Rinse with water, warm water. And if you can get some lidocaine rinse from your doctor, good luck, because when I found the pharmacy that does it, the compound pharmacy, my insurance wouldn't cover it, and it was like, I don't know, like $300 or something for one of these bottles. So this is all I have left. And keep your mouth clean. You get the little mirror and stuff at Big Lots, at probably dollar stores. Scrape your tongue, keep it clean, brush the top of your mouth, and the whole point is to keep the bacteria out of your mouth and keep your mouth wet if you've got the sjorgens or whatever that thing's called. So, and don't forget the canker. And I love this stuff. So, and then I have it all in a little spit thing that you get from the emergency room. And I just keep this whole thing is actually by my sink in the bathroom. And that's how I keep all my stuff in there. So, and then I cleaned off these scissors so that I could use them to cut that. And then what I do is I rinse them out and stuff before. And then that's it. So I hope this helps. I hope none of you ever have to deal with this for too long. And, if you have any questions or anything, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so that you can get updates and see how I'm dealing with scleroderma and little tricks and tips that I'm learning to survive. So don't forget to be scleroderma smarter.